Hi everyone, this is Ben from Oracle. Thanks for joining the Oracle Analytics Summit. Today we are going to watch one of our top Oracle Analytics leader. This is Manisha Singh from Schneider Electric. She is going to show us how she implemented Oracle Analytics Cloud on top of Oracle HCM. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here today to share our story about designing an advanced analytics ecosystem at Schneider Electric. Before I let you into the story, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm a futurist, analytics, and digital evangelist whose motto in life is to really create sustainable workplaces which helps individuals and businesses grow at the same time. This quest of mine to create fair human workplaces has taken me to different roles, different geographies, and different kind of industries. But no matter which leadership role I have been into, I always have used building an analytics ecosystem and a BI team to help me drive those transformations. In my current role at Schneider, I lead a people analytics and digital HR transformation vertical globally. Let me quickly introduce you to Schneider Electric. It's a beautiful company, and our mission is life is on. We recognize that access to energy is fundamental right for every human being, and that's what we work on. Through our technologies, products, and digital solution, we work relentlessly on enabling this access to everyone, everywhere, every moment. And that's why we call it Life is On, and many of us come to work inspired by this mission. We are a 184-year young organization founded in a corner of France, but now we have spread globally with footprint spread across 100 plus countries. Our revenue of 27 billion comes well balanced from our presence across all continents. One important part that I want to share with you is we are very, very innovation-driven company. 5% of our revenue, at least consistently every year, is devoted to R&D. So you will find a lot of digital enthusiasts and engineering talent within Schneider Electric. We serve 5 end markets: commercial and industrial, residential buildings, industrial automation, energy infrastructure, utilities. And as I said, our mission is really to make energy available, but in a very efficient way. So good for everyone and good for planet. We truly believe at Schneider, great people make Schneider Electric a great company. Meaningful, inclusive, and empowered are our employee value proposition. And in People Analytics team, mine and my team's mission is really, through our insights, how do we make Schneider really make these EVP values true to our employees? How can we make our workplaces more inclusive and workforce more empowered? Let me quickly share with you what is the storyline so that you have an idea in what flow I'm going to present. I'll introduce you to my portfolio, and then I'm going to share with you the journey and challenges. How did we work on securing the present? What are we doing on shaping the future of analytics ecosystem? A little story of TIP and some takeaways. Our people analytics ecosystem is a rich tapestry. I will say we have really come a long way and it's very mature and evolved. The diverse and rich team built of different kind of talent, from data engineers to data scientists, to consultants, to visualization experts, are at the heart of the ecosystem that we have built. At the right side of the slide, you can see our deliverables, the products that we are proud of. So we do have people dashboards, QBR, monthly reports, all the reporting needs that an HR leader in an organization needs. At the same time, we have built advanced use cases where we are trying to explore and come at prescriptive analysis on what can organizations do to solve some real-time business challenges. At the left of it, you can see we are working continuously on data management, KPI glossary, trying to secure our data quality. And, it's important to share this aspect in our ecosystem because as a global company with the footprint that we have and the complexity of data that we deal with, for us to have advanced analytic products, we have to continuously keep an oversight on our ever-evolving data sets, KPIs, and data quality. So they're absolutely essential. As much as I love our white papers and use cases, I love our data quality series. And digital is the engine which empowers all this vision of ours. So those are the pieces in our ecosystem which we've built to be able to deliver high impact analysis. This is just to give you a glimpse and also an insight on how we manage our analytics product. We have 2,000 plus reports, 184 plus dashboards, but we really look at them into three buckets, mostly from end user perspective or the kind of problems we are trying to solve. In the first bucket, we call it foundation bucket. We build reports which are catered to business leaders and help them manage their day-to-day business decision making. Talent insight portal, footprint strategy, organizational effectiveness, this falls in that category. In the second bucket, our end customers, our HR users, we have built some reports to help free up their time so that they can run their operational decision making with ease and efficiency. And lastly, we source at the level of business leadership some very critical problem affecting a particular business unit or a geography, and we work deeply on finding out how can we help solve that. And those are the cases where we go to actionable insights. Some of these products are global, which means we have already built them, made it available on a global platform, and they are scaled. Some of these are pilots. People analytics transformation journey. For us at Schneider, as I told you already, we are a data-driven engineering company, very focused on innovation. So we've always been using data insights, but really we created a center of excellence in people analytics in 2016. And that's the year we also rolled out our OBIE-based HR analytics platform. And for the first time, we created global reporting repository across all domains to be accessible to all our HR users. In 2017, we worked on educating our end users, seeing how they can adopt these. We realized there's lots of data-related work we need to do, so we formally established a data governance framework and data quality program, which we continue to drive till date. Then as we ended 2017 and entered 2018, more and more HR users started using these reports, and the need for more advanced analytics, for more self-service, for blending more data to create more insights started to just grow on us. And that's how we kind of went back and did our market study. We brought Oracle Analytics Cloud and we did a proof of concept. It was really loved when we did POC, and so we decided to launch one of our most ambitious projects, Talent Insight Portal. Actually, I should correct myself. One of the most ambitious products on our AC platform, TIP. I will be sharing later about this is a product we have 95% adoption and counting more. And along with that, we also continued fixing our basics. We continued rolling out our other interesting people analytics products. And now, as I speak to you in 2020, we are working with our teams on rolling out Oracle Analytics Cloud, more products with intention to go global and transition out from HRA to this. We're also using autonomous data warehouse, and that's a critical piece I've identified separately because we have a tremendous focus on both and not just one at the cost of other. So this journey has yielded, we measure the effectiveness of our journey by how our end users perceive us, and 40% of our end users, they said they benefited from people analytics products in 2019 by saving 2 hours per week at least. And in addition to user experience, feedback on which product they like, this is a very critical matrix for us because all of you are familiar industry transformation, or even without it, we are all time starved. And if COVID has brought anything else, it has brought tremendous pressure on our context of time. And hence, at Schneider, we are very cautious, and this is one of our key effectiveness metrics for most of our people initiatives. However, 2 hours per week saving was good, But at the same time, we also discovered that we still have considerable space for improvement. Still, approximately 10 hours of time people are using on data preparation, report generation, and creating visualization. So we do think that this is a challenge, and we can help people save up this time if we continue to advance our analytics ecosystem. So the challenge that we had, if I were to summarize, is data. How do we make data more accurate, more easily accessible, high-performing data available, and ability to allow access to data to our people analytics scientists and reporting teams? The second part of challenge is self-service. And self-service for end user is, they shouldn't have to wait for 4 weeks, or 2 weeks, or 4 months to add additional filter, to put additional dimension. They should be empowered to play with the visualization, to explore data, to create additional insights on the go. Similarly, data scientists, they shouldn't have to come to a data engineering queue to say if they need additional data sets. In our advanced analytics use cases and exploratory use cases, our data scientists need to continuously blend more and more data to create their prototypes to answer advanced questions. And more often or not, these questions need to be answered at the speed at which business is changing. At the same time, the quest is 20 seconds to open a report is great, but can we open it in milliseconds? So how do we create high performance, low maintenance analytics ecosystem, which can empower all our personas? So to address this challenge, we drew out an action plan. And if you see, we put 2 buckets, securing the present and building the future. You can also call it shape the future. And to me, this has come after a lot of learning in the transformation space, because when you enter the space, you definitely see there are issues that can be fixed. These are very deep issues, but if fixed, can give you very good results. So securing the present becomes very important because that lands your credibility. But at the same time, the disruptive value creation comes only from shaping the future, because the technology is evolving at such a good pace that when you look at Oracle Analytics Cloud and compare it with OBIE, the features and functionalities are so disruptive that no matter how much you optimize OBIE, you won't get the value that comes with OAC. So the challenge is, how do we focus on both and allocate resources and not just get stuck in one? Because if you just start shaping the future without securing the present, it will be hard for credibility to be established and trust, which we need for our stakeholders to walk along that path. And core pillar for these 2 things to work together is a digital ecosystem operating model. I also looked at operating model. How can we make it more agile, product driven, and not just one big platform driven? And instead of having, in HR, we have 6 domains: learning, recruitment, TA. So instead of having 6 domains, how we can have one board of change for all business domains and continuous focus on capacity and capability. So I talked to you about securing the present. Let me walk you through that piece of story. We went to our friends at Oracle and we told them that can they do objective audit of our current implementation and give us some insights into what it looks like. And this is how the picture came. The 3 pillars of any good analytics ecosystem: infrastructure, report, and ODI, the extraction tool or the connectors. We were almost in red compared to standard. And then we started the project or program, we call it Fix the Foundation, where instead of waiting for a whole audit, because this was very comprehensive, we were comparing everything with the data. So we started in parallel, Fix the Foundation, to start fixing it. We also took it transparently to our stakeholders and shared with them, hey, we built an analytics infrastructure in 16. We grew, we outgrew our projected capacity, and this is how our infrastructure looks like compared to the current usage. And these are the things we need to fix. We have started fixing it, and we will keep updating you. And we transparently kept updating them what is moving from red to orange, orange to green. Some pieces like infrastructure, we could shift everything from the time we identified to the January of this year. we moved all green. Reports, we had to really relook at the design principles and the golden rules we were applying on our data model and reporting layer. Because when end user was querying a particular report, it was taking forever for them to pull out. Their problem complaint was it takes 2 minutes to open that report, maybe 60 seconds, which is all very high. And when we unravel that, we realize, we need to correct our databases and data model. We optimized them for the most used reports. And we brought down the performance time to 10 seconds to 20 seconds in most cases. But after that, we said, as we move to OAC, we would rather try and build these from the scratch, a high-performing data mart, instead of trying to optimize one big data warehouse. And similarly for ODI, with our friends at Oracle, we looked at optimizing what we can use, and we optimized the query design, data extraction, table maintenance principle. But after a while, we said, now this is good enough, and we reported to our stakeholders that all this has helped us save our load time by X%, and now we are good. Rest of the improvement we will do when we move our efforts to building a new data lake in ADW. And this is how you kind of balance the securing the present and shaping the future, because we have limited resources and we can't do both to full extent. So we have to decide when one is optimum to attack the present. And time to time, taking an objective step back from the product you love or you have so well designed, to take an objective audit and understand where can we enhance performance is very important. And, our program focus in Fix the Foundation was to improve the user experience, adoption, and you see, we were able to considerably shift the performance from 2-3 minutes to less than 20 seconds for 70% of dashboards. Data synchronicity or integrity is a critical issue for analytics landscape that most of us deal with. So giving live data integrity dashboards to our end user for most critical attributes was another win, which helped them transparently see, okay, out of 400 attributes, 395 are 99.9. We really have problem of 95% accuracy for 4 attributes. So that puts at rest and gives them great reliability and confidence. And here's just a graph for you, because any good program, any great idea without results is just an idea. So ultimately, users were seeing continuous improvement from the time we started in the May of 19, the time I've just taken the snapshot from January, because from November 19, because we achieved optimum performance then, and we focused our effort on moving to OAC. And so that was the story of securing the present. Now I'm taking you to the shaping the future bucket. The action plan really was do a pilot on Oracle Analytics Cloud, and even before that, choose the right platform for the future. Do a POC, decide where you want to go, and then try to build products one by one. And one key message that I put here, that no matter which domain you're working in, analytics, digital, business, it's always important to strengthen your core. That's what we did with Secure the Present, but at the same time, you yourself, oneself has to look at continuously disrupting and innovate. So this is our people analytics technology vision. This is independent of platform, right? This is like Oracle Analytics Cloud or any other platform that we bring in. This is our vision, which is based on the need of the users, need of our landscape, and the need that we have projected for our people analytics capability. And for us, these are 4 pillars that we need to continuously work on. In old times, we all probably used to update these kind of vision in 3-year cycles. We moved to 1-year cycle, but now we refresh it every 6 months because the features, products, and the market is evolving at that rate. Data platform is no-brainer for every people analytics landscape. It's super important. Analytics platform, we are moving from a reporting tool to advanced analytics. Listening platform is essential parts of analytics, because you want to continuously have a 2-way conversation and insights drawn out of these conversations. And ultimately, there's a peak and play for knowledge management, where it's like how can we empower end users to do more and more self-discovery on the reporting. This is a user-friendly architecture of our ecosystem, and there's a timeline just to say how we are working. But you can see data sources, and then we are trying to create our data platform into autonomous data warehouse from where we pull out data, no matter which visualization tool we are working on. So we're trying to collect and sort data at one place so that the work on data modeling and KPI definition alignment is centralized. And that will ensure that visualizations are not properly. And end goal is really to provide all these tools into the hand of our end user so that they can build visualization which they can solve this problem. Why did we choose Oracle Analytics Cloud? So when we looked at our tech vision and our future needs, we went to the market. We looked at top 4 players after doing external benchmarking, after talking to a few big customers and players like us. We did small proof of concept, compared players on these features, and we thought that OAC is the best case scenario for now. And early on into the implementation, now 1.5 years down, here are the benefits and that my ecosystem shares that they get out of OAC. Absolutely single source of truth is very important for an organization like ours. We are global. We have 100 plus countries, governance, and single source of truth is absolutely critical to free up everybody's energy and focus it in consultation and insighting rather than data mining and data validation. It is a full stack solution. I think there are very few players in the market with full stack solutions. And Oracle is trying to make this full stack solution make life easy. That means they're thinking about seamless integration from a source system like Fusion to the ADW to actually write an OAC. And some of those work has helped deliver the promise of OAC landscape. We really need to be able to govern the platform, apply role security, look at data privacy principles. OAC has been very helpful in that. In terms of user experience, data scientists are very happy because they can get access to subject area like never before. It's very intuitive for them to do data flow mapping, to blend data, to build their prototyping. And if they already have access to data set, they don't have to wait for any data engineer. They can just go in there, create their folder, depending on the right they have, and quickly create the prototype that their XCOM customer or HRC customer has asked. And that's what is delighting them. For end users, they are able to self-service and they are able to query data and play with it, click down to the last level of granularity, and that is helping empower them. For data engineers, self-tuning, self-patching, and self-securing is music because all those things that I shared with you in securing the present about infrastructure is suddenly all gone. Boom, somebody else inside is managing that. And advanced analytics, we have played with forecasting model. We really evaluated it on the promise of this, the ability to have all kind of spatial studio data modeling and data flow transformation. But I would share that this is an area that we have to explore more. Just a little more in the words of end users. Simple change of filter, simple change of access, change in graphs, change in data field. You can see the wait time from 1 to 2 months to 4 weeks, 3-4 months. Now most of this is real time, and even the unified homepage gives them access to the projects going on, to the product that they have been invited to collaborate on, and the data set they have access to. And all this has brought in lots of transparency, sense of empowerment, and ability to explore and learn more. Data as self-service, as I already shared, this has helped data scientists and consultants a lot more. And the ability to have machine learning library and using machine learning to generate automated insight on the memory data set is cool. we have to build use cases for this part of the system. Part of the reason of choosing OAC was also that autonomous data warehouse and OAC work very well together. As we are transferring, as we are moving to autonomous data warehouse and designing data marts into it, we're realizing our data engineers are absolutely delighted. It helps us do fast, complex analytics. Pre-data summaries, I think that part is very powerful for ADW. It allows agility of development. It is giving graphical user interface to access the database, and that's making data engineers and developers more and more confident to step into and work on the part of data. There's lots of transparency between developers and data engineers. So you see, we need to bring transparency in all part of ecosystem, and ADW is very powerful. Again, it's like Oracle loves to call it, and it's something that you will experience as a user. It is really a self-driving car, which self-secures, self-patches, self-tunes. So I don't have to worry about the heap size, the CPU, and all that anymore. It's extensible, and there's much reduced effort in performance management and monitoring. There's reduced overhead. In fact, when we transitioned and we used Oracle credit model, we are able to see the efficiency. We both actually also managed to save some dollar values of that. But since we are in the transformation, I'll be able to share exactly at the end of our complete transformation where we land. But we are already seeing some early benefits. So we had a vision, we brought OAC, and the critical part is how do we implement this? How do we implement it in a way that it is successful, it delivers the promise that it holds, not just for us, but also for end users and all stakeholders. And to me, human dynamic is the key to unlock it. I'll be sharing 3 insights on how that. Agile partnership, I think Agile is no more innovative. You're all doing it for a long time, but I wanted to bring this insight that I have seen in analytics landscape the tendency to be Agile from the time the data visualization starts. But actually, it will be more powerful for all of us to start Agile right from the data model stage. So educating your end user about data models, subject areas, and by end user here, I mean the product owners. So we need to stop thinking about one big platform, but rather products on the platform, identify a few people as product owners and work with them on creating subject areas, KPI definitions. If we are aligned on all that, then the journey on the visualization and iteration becomes very empowering. And actually, the shift is very cool. In our OAC implementation so far, we are seeing tremendous benefit coming out in Agile partnership and data model stage, maybe because we are global. Our alignment on KPI definitions and data model is giving us tremendous value. The second part that on how to run this effectively so that it delivers results is really about what is in it for me? So how do it takes a lot of effort to bring in technology, to learn about it, then to create the product. I understand it all takes tremendous amount of effort and energy. The last leg of it is about this user training, adoption, and continuously engaging. And if we miss that fourth part, our extremely best efforts on the first 3 parts could fall apart. So, I continuously believe that fourth part, even though we want our business users to lead it, we have to continuously support and partner in that journey. The third is product. As I said, creating not platforms or not launching not technology, but launching products. The Talent Insight Portal is one such use case. It's a product which was conceived, designed by our talent management leadership team. They wanted to build a rich talent insight dashboard with various dimensions so that the talent review conversation can become more enriched and can focus on right aspects of development. With this vision in mind, we started partnering right at the data set level, the kind of data that an attribute is needed, the way it needs to be defined, the amount of history, frequency at which it is needed. And then how do we bring it all together to create those kind of insights? So it's a rich portal with various analysis at fingertips of a talent leader and a business leader. And it has really helped free up their time for talent review preparation by 30%. It's the adoption rate for this portal is 95%, and to be honest, this is something we all learn together because we have lots of products in our analytics landscape, and our adoption ranges from 20 to 40%. So 95% was really a great delight, and the credit for that really goes to these three pillars that I've put here. First and foremost, the whole mind shift enabler, defining the product with a purpose, co-creating with the product owner, in this case, the talent management team. And when we are taking or launching this product to the market, relentlessly sharing the business story and how to use it, creating champions, ambassadors, their community of practice, and supporting them. So that was the first piece, which was done very beautifully for this. In fact, it is becoming norm for us to launch any product in this fashion. A visualization, this really comes from Oracle Analytics inbuilt features and functionality, the unified homepage, ability to use self-service. Once informed, it really delights users that they can drill down, create any dimension, go up, zoom in and zoom out on the data set that they want to, and build their own packaging of insights. And lastly, digital. So till the time we build, there's absolutely fast performance, first of all, with AW and OAC. Nobody's even measuring seconds anymore and reporting back to us. And it's also stepping back and supporting and then continuously looking at usage. So we build a product, we give it to user, we're supporting them, but we're also looking at usage insights to see what more can we bring on the table. Well, we are now. I'm in the key takeaway section. Dave Ulrich is the HR business leader who's been sharing his insights for the last 30 plus years, and his practices have helped shape the HR or the people organization, not just in analytics, but from strategy to transformation throughout the last 2 decades. And in the current COVID crisis, this is what he says, which really speaks to me, that organizations are going to be using more and more analytics for the right decision. And there are a lot of decisions that they need to make. So how do we create a rich people analytics ecosystem, which can help create the sensing mechanism, which is real time, prescriptive, and can help guide our leaders drive business agendas. So there's tremendous promise in this landscape. To summarize, key takeaways. Don't go alone. Collective intelligence and partnership. Partner with friends at Oracle, partner with the product owners within the business, partner with our engineering team and people analytics consultants. Create a team which can really lead. Having a coherent vision and sponsorship is critical. Otherwise, most often or not, our ecosystem is plagued by technical debt or another new shiny object. So having vision will help you conserve your energy and resources. Start with problem to solve, product, not project. Empower the end user. Now the era of analytics has come where we really need to democratize the user at the front line. Listen, measure, and share. So whenever you're confused, you have limited resources, too much to do, listen to your stakeholder, measure the current effectiveness, and then continuously share and do agile prioritization all the time. From the technical front, strategic architecture, we can never undermine, rather than building one room at a time, we need to think about our castle and decide which room needs to come where. So that will help you scale. We need high quality data engineers because data and data model is absolutely key to sophisticated prescriptive analysis, and it's not always equal to data scientists. Drawn without data lake, so you have a cool platform strategy that sounds very exciting, but if there's not equally supportive data lake strategy, it won't last. Measure, we did measure, share, and listen. So just Just make it transparent, celebrate small victories, and have fun all the way. That was our story so far. Thank you for your patient listening. I'm excited to now answer any one of your query in the live Q&A.
Wow, it was an amazing presentation. I'm looking forward to see more of our global Oracle Analytic leaders presenting. If you want to know more about this presentation, just ask your question in our Q&A. You can also complete the survey. And again, thanks for joining and thanks for watching.